How do we feel about Boris?
What, as a person?
Well, as a possible Prime Minister.
I think he is going to be the Prime Minister. I've heard he's moving in tomorrow. Theresa May's going to come home, there'll be a Boris oil painting above the fireplace, she'll go upstairs, he'll be having a wank in the bath.
The thing is, he's so far out in front now.
Yep.
Surely he can't fuck this up. From being that far... Like, I bet his advisors at the moment are just putting a sheet over him so he goes to sleep like a budgie for the next 7 days.
Interesting you mentioned his advisors. So they had calculated exactly how many votes they thought he was going to get. They wrote it down, they put it in an envelope, and after the voting happened and the results were announced, they gave Boris the envelope and said, this is what we think you got, and it was exactly the same amount.
Like a magic trick?
Like a
Is
magic...
his advisor Darren Brown?
I like the idea of him opening it and going, oh, thank fuck it's not another paternity test.
It won't surprise you to know the newspaper that employs Boris, the Daily Telegraph, absolutely love him at the moment. There's every chance if he becomes Prime Minister, they could become the British Fox News. Earlier this week, Boris unveiled a slogan, though, that looked like a countdown conundrum. Back Boris.
Is that so that he faces the right way? On the podium, does it say from Boris? Also, is it me, or does he look like he's going down a pipe in Super Mario Land?
I think the big letters are just to remind him what his name is.
He was introduced, funnily enough, he was introduced on stage by the Attorney-General Geoffrey Cox, who said, quote, "We need a personality big enough to lead the country." Is that what you really want in a prime... Is that the main characteristic you need in a Prime Minister? A big personality? Do you know what I mean? Like Bruno Tonioli is not the perfect person to lead the country.
Is he not?
Well, maybe he is.
Look at the other options and tell me Bruno Tonioli isn't the best option.
You know what? Maybe he is. This withdrawal deal is fabulous, darling. I love it.
I love the fact that Bruno Tonioli is your go-to for a big character.
Why? Who would yours be?
Ainsley Harriott. Every time, mate. And, for a fact, I think he'd make a mint Prime Minister as well.
Boris took press questions. Everyone was wondering how he was going to get through them. He managed to charm his way through them, as you would imagine, like this.
Mr Johnson, you brandish your Brexit credentials, but many of your colleagues worry about your character. Your Foreign Office... Your character. Your character.
What? So, watching that, he's definitely got a fucking parrot, right? What's it... Is his... What are you saying? Why is she worried about my parrot? Is it because there's a cat in number 10?
I think he does have a parrot, and maybe that's the one with all the horrible views.
I like the idea that he just did that through the whole thing. You've been accused of lying. Am I lying? I haven't got a lion.
Also, he's going to be our Prime Minister. At no point did he think for a second, why would somebody be asking me if I've got a parrot?
Boris, a lot of your ex-lovers say you're a cheater. I haven't got a cheater.
His main selling points from the campaign seem to be, I can stop Jeremy Corbyn and I can deliver Brexit in a way that stops the Brexit Party. But how, Boris? How? He has no plan. This is a guy who defended calling Muslim women letterboxes by saying, well, people want straight-talking politicians. But then when he was asked about Brexit, he talked for 5 minutes and said absolutely fuck all. Can one person in the next 7 days please ask Boris Johnson what his plan is for Brexit? And if you're wondering why so many MPs voted for Boris this week, maybe this will tip you off. He said he would raise the 40% tax threshold to £80,000. Why is that important? MPs get paid £79,000. Yep.
Isn't there a part of you,
Yep.
like a real sick part of you, that just wouldn't mind seeing what would happen?
What?
If he became Prime Minister? Like, what mad shit he'd do? Like, in 2 years, we could be talking about the fact that he's turned the M1 into a water slide. Or that he's bankrupted the country by spending all our money, so one day a year at Madame Tussauds, it's the real people.
first, what are your thoughts on what's happened so far in the campaign?
Oh, my God. Boris Johnson is Prime Minister. I'd rather have cystitis. I would, actually. I can't believe it. And it must make your job really hard. Because how do you make jokes about that? It's beyond parody.
Yeah.
Beyond.
Boris as opposed to the cystitis. Either or is going
to
make jokes
Either
about.
or are not funny.
Sean, what do you... I love that. I mean, I love that... like, anyone that's going against Boris can just have, like... I mean, don't just take it from me, take it from Lorraine. And you're just going, I'd rather have cystitis. Sean?
Well, I think people struggle with words to really, you know, nail Boris down. He's one of those people that sort of continues to sort of keep going regardless of what.
Yeah.
It's sort of summed up, I think, best in a noise.
Yeah.
A sort of noise from deep within.
Yeah.
A sort of groaning, empty, escaping. Noise sums up how a lot of people would feel about Boris Johnson, sort of like
She was lovely.
She's lovely. She's
she
great.
Said, here's my card if you ever need a one-legged stripper.
Have you got that card?
What was great was watching Alex on the red carpet.
This girl went to me, oh, Alex, can you sign this for me? And then she went, actually, can you sign this?